Hey guys, you know what time it is? It's Winnie Escapes Wednesdays, and today we will be talking about women in general, the difference between women, how we're all not the same, and how we're different in the same. I kind of say that already, but let me bring in my co-host so we can get this show started. Come on, T Fuzz, bring yourself up front.
I like how you just bring me in within like 30 seconds.
Because I'll be like, ain't no point in me sitting here
Like,
talking when I'm already
and
talking
we laugh,
the whole show.
What up, though?
Not much. I'm just good. It's Hump Day Wednesday. Trying to get over this hump.
Yes, trying to get over hump of the day, of the week, of life, of 2020. This is the longest hump of 2020. We still ain't get over it.
It's crazy because even though we've been like quarantine and like home and all this type of things, I'm still like I realize I'm exhausted like from all the. I think this has been a blessing and a curse for so many different levels. One is that I realized like, geez, girl, you tired. You do a lot. And then two, I'm like, I need a break. But now that I'm having a break, it's feel like I've been so tired for so long that I can't get my energy. And we just going kept me going.
Absolutely.
So it's like somebody always constantly like knocking me down. Like, you know what I'm saying? And now that school started and distance learning, I'm just like, oh my God, geez, I ain't ready for this.
I mean, it's the same thing. What I keep trying to tell people, they think like, no disrespect, that like parents' lives are way crazier than like entrepreneurs or single people, right? Or they feel like housewives, they just be at home all day, so don't do much versus the working woman. It's kind of funny because you do everything. No, but it's just like I tell people, someone could be home bored all day, and you can actually exhaust yourself from doing the same thing all day. Just like someone who works at a desk or a cubicle or something, you're sitting in that chair. Technically, you're not doing anything, but it can exhaust you. The computer is straining your eyes, the chair is straining your booty and your back. Like you get exhausted from doing anything for a long period of time. So yes, we are inside social distancing and quarantine, but that alone is automatically stress on your mind, your mental, because you have to be there. But in the midst of that, it's not like you're really just sitting there, which would still be crazy. But you still have to do work. You still got to cook. You still got to clean. You still have to be there for your kids. You got to be there for yourselves. It's still constant work, no matter how you put it. And it's exhausting. So whether you're outside or inside, all of it is exhausting. But
I tell people to stop window shopping because, like you said, people assume what other people's lives are about or the responsibility or they're more tired or more busy than the other person. Everybody's life and the single, married, in a relationship, whatever it can be, is different. Every married person life ain't the same. Every single person life ain't the same. We all have different responsibility, different things that we're doing in our lives. So and we have different relationships, you know what I'm saying? So everybody's kid ain't the same. Some are well behaved, some are, not so well behaved. So many different things that can vary in the dynamic of your life that you can never, judge your life based on somebody else. And I always tell a lot of my friends who always like, hey, why don't you come out and do this and that? I'm like, my life dynamic is not the same as yours. I can't just drop off my kids with their father because their father is my husband. So if you're inviting us somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Because most of them aren't with their children's father or children's mother, because not always girls. Some of my friends are guys, and they want to invite me. My husband, come on, we'll go to a couples thing. I'm like, you forget we have kids? Be like, oh, this is not our weekend because we are so that's different dynamics. My friends like, I don't really think about that sometimes. I'm like, I know so that's something different.
Because you and your husband are so youthful and you still have this strong connection with your friends. So in their mind, they're not thinking about your children. They're just thinking like, I want to hang with my friends. Let's go out. We'd be like, whoa, we still got 2 little ones at home. Someone has to babysit. And I get that. Just like when it comes to back then when we was able to do events, when you guys want to come to my events, well, only one can go and one has to stay home. So which one is it going to be?
We had a flip flop. Sometimes he'll go support you. Sometimes I'll go and support you.
Exactly.
And people don't always get that. You know, everybody has different dynamics, and it's funny. Like if I show up to something, I'm like, "Oh, I didn't think you was gonna come." I'm like, I come out sometimes, but I have different responsibilities. You know, I am technically I'm a stay-at-home wife and not a stay-at-home wife at the same time because you know I have my business that I run through my home, but I still have to run my household. It's exhausting. I tell everybody, nobody don't downplay being a stay-at-home parent because that's the most tiring job you ever have. I ain't never been so tired, and I worked in multiple fields, high-end corporate America, kitchens, all types of stuff. You know my background, my degrees and stuff like that. And nothing compares to being at home all day with your family. If people haven't experienced that now, you're tired and you've been home all day during COVID-19. Why? Because it's more demanding. You know, if you're definitely a hands-on parent, even if you're not, you still got to make breakfast, lunch, and dinner, keep the house clean, keep them occupied, you know, try to take time for yourself. It's so much you have to do.
Yeah.
That it's not, you know, it's not easy, but to each his own.
And that's why some people just need an escape.
Yes, girl. That gives me my next topic. Thank you, T-Quest co-host. We talk about escapes, and we're going to talk about different women because next week is actually Whitney Escape.
Yay.
Girl, I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for this, and I'm just thanking God that I'm able to escape this time of year. To the point where I was sitting here earlier today thinking, like, I need a pack. And I'm like, I was saying, what kind of, and I was hitting up one of my girlfriends who was coming, and I'm like, yo, you got your plane ticket? Like, we already in the resort. She last minute, and we always go back and forth because I'm the more planner, organized, ready to go. And she like 5 seconds before the plane leaves, she buy her ticket and run into the airport. Like, come on, nobody got time for that foolishness. I'm like, I had to sit here and think like, I need to figure out what I'm bringing.
You know what? Actually, mentioning that is kind of curious because now with everything that's going on with the pandemic and how you have to, you know, they're spreading everybody out on the planes, which means not that many seats are going to be available. So I don't think this is the right time to be doing that. Even though with less people does not mean there's not many seats that's going to be available for you to actually pick without having that social distancing involved.
That's right. I tell people when it comes down to traveling, planning. Don't wait last minute because you made a great point. All the seats are filling faster. They're not booking the planes to be full. And also where we're going in particular, I'm going to explain. We're going to Turks and Caicos, but we're staying at a private island in Turks and Caicos. This is my girls trip. You guys know every year I do a girls trip every year in September. So this year, this is where we're going. And I was like, yo, I need your plane information now because once you land, we're taking a private plane from the regular airport to the private island. If I don't have your plane information, we can't coordinate with the people who does a private plane. I'm like, you're going to be stuck. I'm going to be out because everybody else who gave me the information, you know, and two, with the pandemic going on, there's not as many flights. So if you can't get on a flight, you might be screwed and have to wait till the next day if enough people are going there because they don't have so many flights going out. So that's something else I tell people they need to consider. When you're traveling, it's not like flights 24/7. They kind of book as many people on one flight, and then, you know, as time changes, they might open up, but if they only got like 50 people and you're that 51 person, they're not going to get a whole plane for one person. So you're going to have to wait till the next time they go there. So people have to, that's a tip for today. Be mindful because of the pandemic, everything is not going as usual. They're not 100 flights just going like regular to, you know, Miami. You still have to think about it. Like even a trip that I'm booking for a few months from now, it's still like a day, no matter when I come back, I said, can I come back Sunday, Monday, Tuesday? I feel like any day of the week, I have to still stay over in Atlanta because there's no flights. In Atlanta and New York is not that far for a flight, but there's no flights leaving Atlanta that night to bring you back to. So, you know, and I wouldn't think that because that's still domestic, but they don't have as many domestics or international flights as they normally would. So that was a great point to bring up, Quest.
Well, thank you. Not small. So you've been talking about being so exhausted, a lot of stuff going on in life, family, friends, business. So are you going to be energized for your trip or are you going to wait there to get some rest? Like, what's your game plan?
Probably wait there to get some rest because When I was looking at my schedule literally today, I was like, oh my God, I got all these things I have to do before I leave. You know, I'm gonna get my hair touched up, get my nails and stuff done. I'm gonna do some pampering, but like I mentioned earlier, my children are doing distance learning. So from 9 to almost 4 o'clock, I am tied down because my youngest one, I have to be there, you know, because she's only in first grade, so she's not. Sometimes when there's so many kids, she doesn't always hear what the teacher's saying and how to maneuver from one site to the next. So even though they have some live sections, you know, she doesn't know, let me click here so the teacher be live. She could mute and stuff. So I'm basically sitting there the whole time while she's in school. And then in the afternoon, there's no teachers. So it's time for her to do all her assignments and she doesn't know how to get there. So I go, okay, we're going to go here. Let's do this. Do you understand this? So basically from 9 to 4, I am a teacher. And then I have to run in the other room. Pro bono, and then run into the other room when I hear my son calling me because he got stuck or something's going on. So I have to make sure I do that. So there's no breaks because school's every single day. Also trying to prep myself, like I'm going to be refreshed, look good for my own trip. And then I still have to prepare while I'm going. I'll be going for like Thursday to Monday. So I have to make sure dinner is prepared for my husband. He doesn't cook. So I have to make sure everything's out.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna want to order pizza for 4 days. So.
He might do that Friday, but he'd be like, "What happened Thursday? You know, Saturday, Sunday. You know, you be back late Monday." So I'm like, so I always have to make sure I prepare their foods before I go, and make sure he knows how to navigate.
What you gonna do? Like a big pot of soup, a big lasagna, like big meals.
I try to think of things like I always do a pasta. I always do a pasta because they both love pastas, and then I'll do mostly like baked stuff because it'll be easier for them to eat and warm it up too. So they could just heat it up, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. And then I will tell him one day I will like marinate chickens and stuff so he can put it on the grill because he can grill. So I'm like, yo, but I have to prep the food so he can grill. So I'll prep like the vegetables and stuff, and all he has to do is just cook it on the grill. He'll know when it's done.
Isn't it fascinating that when it comes to grilling, you literally put it on the grill, but it's actually still a science to it? It's kind of like I tell people when it comes to like salad. Salad is just certain ingredients, but people still can't make a good salad, which is crazy.
That is true. Definitely, lettuce is wet. They don't use it. That's why I tell people you should get the salad mixer thing because I like to. So I don't have no wet lettuce because it makes your salad droopy and stuff like that, and the vegetables that you use. So you're absolutely correct. There's a science to everything that you do, and even though I'm leaving next week, I have to mentally think of all those things. And like you said, being tired and being home, sometimes it's not even about running around. It's like your brain is mentally tired, and when your brain is tired, your body is tired. So it's like. And even this trip, I was like, when I get back, I need like a day or two because it's my trip. It's Whitney Escapes presents, Whitney's Girls Trip. So I'm on this trip. And while I'm there, even though I do a lot of planning, I'm to talk to the resort managers and entertainment team for my group. That's still exhausting because I have to make sure, hey, I said, we're doing this at this time. I have the agenda. The ladies are expecting to do this. And that's why I thank the Lord my trips grow because people have experience and expectations. Like when I go on your trip, I expect this and this because last year we did this and that, which is great, but it put more pressure on me. So now I'm always, even though I'm on vacation, I'm like, yeah, so didn't you say you're going to have this by this time? Yeah, so that's almost come handy because I have to make sure everything runs smoothly. People have downtime, but they still do excursions. I have some party plans for us. But if things don't go, I have to be like, hit up the manager. Like, this is what my people are expecting. I already gave them itineraries. You need to follow this. So even though I'm on vacation, I'm still working, So that's also something else that people need to know about me personally. I do site inspections while I'm out there. So I'm always working. But I always take like a day to be like, this is our chill day, ladies, and leave me the heck alone.
Yeah, that's not happening, depending on who your dynamic is. But my thing, hi, happy belated birthday. We'll be on your party. The funny thing about that is, you remember back in the day where you used to watch like TV shows and movies, and everyone used to be annoyed with the planner. Okay, you guys, this is our itinerary. We're gonna do this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. Like, oh God, here she go again. It's a crack of dawn. You're supposed to be on vacation. Why are we doing this? But now it's like people want it. and you need it because especially when you're going out of like country and stuff, even different cities, different states, you don't know people's dynamics.
Mm-hmm.
Every area is different. Every place have a different rules and regulations and restrictions. So it's smart to have that person with the plan so you can execute properly through your trip.
Yeah. And whoever your planner is, have to have balance. That's one thing my girls love about, or my women, because none of them are really young girls. Yes, grown. Most of the women who travel with me expect that, not to just be chilling all day or not partying all day or excursion all day. They expect a balance. And I always include that. Like every day, we have 30-minute massages. So women love that. So you get that rub down, we have private dinner parties, we have excursions, but it's not like do. I always break it up and you have free time. So I always make sure the trip is very balanced. So you're having fun, you get to see a new country, but you also get to relax. And doing that is called planning. I'm like, this is your free time. This is the time you can set up to do the spa treatment. Don't forget, we're having dinner right here. The excursion tomorrow, we're going to do this. So people already kind of know, but I always make spaces so that people can still relax and enjoy where you are. But I always tell people, don't go to another country and don't experience it. You paid all this money to sit on the beach. You can sit on the beach anywhere. Okay? If you're going to go there, you need to be able to experience their culture, experience their people, because you're spending all this money, have a good time, but also have balance in those things that you're doing. And that's something that I always do on my trips. I always do special things like out of the box. They always like, oh my God, I always keep things for imagination because everybody knows something's going to happen for coming to my previous trip that I don't never tell them. And I'm like, well, today we're going to do, but it's always something fun. I give them stuff, because they come on my trips. I just like, I appreciate you guys for coming here. We're going to have a really good time. But it's all about it's all, women, and they need the escape. And that's why Whitney's Escapes is presenting Whitney's Retreat to November 6th through 8th, because once again, us as women need to get away and just clear our minds and come together and have fun, learn, grow. People don't always realize the stress that women are under, especially women of color. I can speak for personal experiences. And people of color in general, but I'm just saying women because I am one and I can speak from my personal experience and point of view. And I realize as COVID or no COVID, life in general, we need each other, we need breaks. And I think I mentioned this last week, or I could have mentioned this on our live last week, or I could have just mentioned it in conversation with you, that when I went to Atlanta for the first time, I realized in, I don't know how long, that was the first time I went away by myself, even though it was just a weekend.
You did both. It was in conversation with me as well as one of the shows.
Great. So that brings it back to my point. I didn't realize how much I needed it until I was there. And now I'm like, I have to do this more often.
Absolutely.
Because you don't realize how much you're consumed with everybody else, being a mother, being an entrepreneur, being a wife, being single, whatever the case may be. You are consumed as an individual. And that's a lot of stress put on yourself that you don't realize you had. Like, I didn't realize I needed that. Even though I talk about vacations, I go on vacations, but I never went by myself.
So, I mean, not to talk too much about your personal life, but you went from school to college to marriage to being a wife. You pretty much had like the American guideline.
Yeah.
That technically when was supposed to be your time to have your own vacation.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But
yeah,
think about it.
If you think about, if we want to get, this is what Whitney's Escapes was about, is to get a little bit personal so you guys can know me on a different level. But that is so true. I actually was having this conversation with a girlfriend over the weekend because she was like, because I'm like, me and my husband are doing our vow renewal next year, where we celebrate 10 years marriage, been together 15 years.
Ooh.
And she was like, wait, so y'all got together when you were 19? I was like, yeah. She's like, so you knew you want to get married when you were 19? Like, because she couldn't believe it. I'm like, yeah, I'm not that person. Like, you know, and she's been with her. She's younger than I am, but she's been with her significant other since then. And I'm like, why? She's like, I'm just not ready. I'm like, that's okay. To each your own. We all have different dynamics. But thinking about it, you're totally correct. Since I've been 19 years old, I've been tied to people. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like your independence. I always have my own place, but I've been in this relationship with my husband now, you know, for 15 years. So anytime I did go somewhere,
Ooh.
I know it makes me feel like, what? Like, it doesn't seem that long, but when you say it,
when you look 15, it's kind of weird.
that's because Jesus, thank you, Lord. But it's really interesting that all those times, even though I had girlfriends and stuff, I never went away by myself. I had you know, mothers, friends, boyfriend, fiance. I always with my son when he was a baby. Me and him just took a trip together. So it's just interesting. Or my son and my daughter, I took them away sometimes while my husband, if he had to work, I'm like, I'm gonna take the kids away. I never went away, just me. And before then, I was, you know, dependent. So where am I really going by myself? And I was just like, oh my God. I told my husband, I'm doing this every quarter and I'm not playing. He's like, where are you going to go? I said, everywhere. What do you mean? I'm not going to be staying down the street. I tell people you can do that. I'm like, I want to go to different destinations, starting with Maine, go all the way down the East Coast. I'm going to go to the West Coast. I'm like, every quarter, I'm going to go somewhere different. Just me. I'm like, I can afford it because I work my behind off. So it's not no big deal. But I need that. I want to experience something new, but I want to experience it by myself. You know?
Absolutely.
And I encourage women to do that. I told her that's going to be my next thing. I'm going to start doing personal trips, like just no friends, because we all need that, male or female. I encourage my husband when he goes places, I'm like, take an extra day. If you're traveling for work, do you, boo. Get your mental straight. Yes, do you, boo, boo. Yeah. We have to take time for ourselves. And even though if you're a single person and you work all day and you're an entrepreneur and stuff like that, you still need to do you and get up out of here. You need to change your atmosphere, you know, see something new. That way, you know, like people say they need a muse or they need
inspiration.
Thank you. That's exactly the word I was looking for. You still need that as an individual. Yes, I'm a wife. Yes, I'm a mom. Yes, but I'm still an individual.
Yep.
And when you get so caught up in everything else, even if it's work, you know, if you're an entrepreneur or anything like that, you still need time to just be with yourself.
Because technically, even though you could be to yourself, social distancing in a house, you're still not really to yourself because you're connected to people and conversing with them, do your devices like phones and computer, which I tell people that all the time. I said, it's so crazy how technically I'm by myself, but I don't feel alone or by myself because I interact with people 24/7 through my phones and laptop. And the interesting part was I was watching this show, you know, nowadays a lot of throwbacks are popping up, right? And I was just watching it today, and it was with the parents, like the kids just going away to celebrate some stuff, and then the mom and dad were like, no, we're staying back, and the dad was like, no, I'm staying back because, you know, the mom is like the meow 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 when it comes to business, and he was telling her like, no, I'm gonna play something for her, blah blah blah, it's gonna be really fun. Next thing you know, the kids are gone. She just opened her laptop. He's like, what are you doing? You're getting some work done. No, stop. What else am I supposed to do? I gotta get stuff done. They're out the house, and now I can really focus. And it just sad because in that moment, it reminded me of me. Just always in front of the computer doing stuff. People are like, oh, won't you get out? Won't you do stuff? I'm like, nah, I got stuff to do. But at the moment that she finally was like, okay, let's go out and do something, right? Like it was aggravating her. And she was like, you know what? I'm so glad I did this. We needed that time. I needed that time away. And it just felt so good. And people don't realize how important it is, especially mentally, even for your health, to take a break.
Very important for your health. But like you said, even her epiphany and yours the same way. I didn't realize it until I was gone. I went on a business trip, literally for business. And sometimes I go with other colleagues who are in my same field. But this time I'm just going. And that's when it hit me like, what? Like, why haven't I done this? Like, by myself? Like, why haven't I just got up and went by myself. And I tell my friends who are single or, different, I'm like, go by yourself. I never really had the opportunity because I'm so hands-on here, in my household and business.
Mm-hmm.
I was there. I had to nope, I cut off my social media. I didn't open up my laptop. I'm like, nope, I sat in a chair, read my book. I just wanted to, and then sometimes, funny part about, I didn't even cut on the TV one time while I was away.
Mm-hmm.
I just sat there.
Yes, absolutely.
I just sat there because it was nice to hear quiet.
Yes.
It was so good to be not talking to anybody, nobody talking to me. People know I'm a bubbly person. I like talk, but sometimes just to sit there and just be like, it just warmed my soul. And I know finances sometimes come in the picture when people don't travel, but just plan something, put $5 away. Maybe you do it once a year. You don't have to do it every quarter, every week, but just spend some time and say, you know what, I'm going to pay myself so that I can rejuvenate and get myself ready. Because every time I go on vacation, no matter if it's business or not, I come back with I'm ready to go, like Energizer Bunny. That keeps me motivated. And and I would definitely encourage people to do that.
Absolutely.
And also, while we're talking about, rejuvenating and getting back to yourself, I want to segue into what's scrolling down your screen. Whitney's Retreat, November 6th to 8th, 2020. With the host, who is my co-host today, Miss Chiquas herself.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about this retreat because it is needed. Not just wanted, it is needed now. That we need to come together as women to have a good time. We have a DJ, we'll be partying, we'll be networking, got photo booth, food, just coming together, letting our hair down, enjoying each other, enjoying the festivities, which is something that we don't always get to do. We're just women, no offense to you men, but sometimes when we go out, everybody don't want to be hit up on. We just want to go and do a two-step. So this is the opportunity.
Just twerk a little bit.
Yeah, and that's somebody just move down.
Take a little bit. You want to take a little bit.
Exactly, and this gives you the opportunity to do that with your fellow sisters, and also we have a wonderful panel of women, powerful women, who will be talking about mental health, beauty contouring, sexologists, finance, course vacationing, motivational speakers. We have some people who are interested who are life coaches. I had a lady today said she was interested. Just stuff to uplift us, empower us, something that we need right now. Definitely going through what we're going through, and everybody knows, women, we're the pillar of the community. We're comfort, we're nurturing. This time for us to pour into us so that we can continue to pour out. And that's what makes this retreat really, really special, because we need it right now. All the stuff that we're doing as women, Quest, you do a lot for 100 million people. You need this to be let my hair down, let me have fun, let me just shine. Even though you're hosting, you can do that naturally, but it'll be a good time for people to see on actually your element. And you can also be twerking like it's hot, enjoying networking.
When you said twerking like it's hot, then that is hilarious.
I know what some people say. I realize how old you are when you start speaking. But
I'm a term. No one's ever said that before. I'm just
happy. I say either you get old or you're dead. I'd rather be old than dead. So let me just keep. It's true. The only way you get older, you have to still be living. And so ladies, and gentlemen who are watching our show, please tell one of your female friends. They would definitely enjoy this. It's something neat. It'll be a treat. And if it's your lady friend, sponsor her. So she could come to the event, say, don't worry about, babe, I heard great things about it because you heard it from me and T-West. That is going to be a phenomenal thing. And sponsor somebody, if we have over $1,000 worth of giveaways for these wonderful women, it's just going to be a phenomenal experience. And I'm excited about it because most of my retreats aren't here domestically. I usually do them internationally. And to move it here in my own backyard, I'm very excited about it.
But it's not in her backyard.
No.
at the Trumbull Marriott Shelton.
Don't come to my house.
Hotel. Just gotta throw that out there because sometimes people really would take what you say. Like, she have an orgy in the backyard. We gotta be what, a bunch of like tents and stuff? Cooking s'mores? What?
If you know anything about me, that would not happen. Okay, it would not be in the backyard.
Do it with like a toaster oven.
Not in November, but it will be definitely at the Trumbull Marriott Shelton, November 6th through the 8th. It is really just, I'm excited about it. You excited, Quest?
You know, I'm definitely excited. I've been telling like a lot of people about it, and it's just because you know with everything that's been going on with the pandemic and stuff, I've been really hesitant to take on any gigs. This is actually the first gig I actually said yes to after the pandemic started. You know, but it's gonna be good to go back home to Connecticut, see selective people. I ain't trying to see everybody with their little Corona cooties. And just just vibe with the
Corona cooties. Wait.
see. Just vibe with the people and just laugh and joke and have a good time, and yet still gain new friends, new potential clients, new friendships, new business relationships, and just grow mentally to receive what the power panels and other people have to say. I think it's gonna be kind of dope. And I just came up with a great idea, but I'm gonna say it off the air to you about which would be something pretty dope for the event.
See, I tell you guys, we always have surprises. We always have surprises because at the end of the day, we want to make sure people have wonderful experience, especially my women folks, old school. We want to make sure you have a great time, that you want to come back every year and tell all your friends. But please support, please come. And if you're really interested, please go on my website, www.whitneyescapes.com, to get more information because tickets are going really fast. And also, since she put that up there, please purchase my book. I am a published author called Jayon and Jade. You can purchase it on Kindle. Kindle is a free app through Amazon because it is an ebook. So you just download the free app of Kindle and purchase the book. It's called Jayon and Jade. It's a fiction book. Wow, true story. It's about my son Jayon and my daughter Jade. So it's really about their real life, but I just made it into fiction. So I think it's really, really, I love it. Quest, do you love the book?
I love the book. It's the best day ever.
Yeah. It's a really cute stories for families. Please check that out. I'm just excited to be able to share all these different things that we're doing. And we eventually, once we get back settled down, we'll have some people come on here, talk about their experiences. Just look out for all the new things that we have coming in the future. But yes, please register on Whitney'sEscapes.com. If you have, you can put comments there. So you have questions. I would definitely get back to you on that. But tickets are going fast because we have a limited space. So even though we have a ballroom, we can't pack it out because of COVID. We want to make sure that people are comfortable 6 feet apart. So if you want to just dance in your corner and say, hey, girl, you can still do that and don't have your mask on because you have your distancing if you want. If you don't feel comfortable, you can have your mask on. Whatever you feel like you want to. Yes, please tell a friend. And I told all my friends, don't come with somebody I know.
Exactly.
Bring somebody new so we could build this bridge and build this community and grow as a whole because there's so many people here that we just don't know. So please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. If you're not able to go, just tell somebody who's can. That's how you can support. And I really will appreciate that. And I'm just excited. I'm really excited about what's going on, all the things. Yes, we'll take sponsors. Of course, you on it today. That's why you're my co-host. Anybody who want to support, please go to my Facebook page. That's if you're my friend, which is Whitney'sCapes.com, and share. The flyers are on there. All you have to do is just share with your friends and tag, or go on my page and tag friends on it. Yes, donations are accepted because we are raffling off over $100,000 worth of prize and giveaways. So even if you're a male, that means not a female. If you're a guy who has a business and want to donate a product, that we can raffle off to one of our females, or even if you like, have if you do in fitness, raffle off a workout section, if you whatever you do and you want to give somebody a free something, please contact me, because that is definitely advertisement. And I will have a lot of women there, because I am going to, let me see how I corrected that. I will hit my max number. We're very close to it, so I know we're going to hit the number that we need to hit. So that's a great way to, market your business. We will definitely put you on the website, because I will have a whole page just about the event, everybody who's there, and bring you new clients. So definitely, if you, even a male or female, if you have a business, you want to donate a product or donate some of your time or service, please contact me, and we can talk about how we can advertise for you and give these things away to grow your business, as well as grow mine and grow this community that we're in. T-Quest?
I'm just here trying to be great. So,
yes, that is true. Local space is available for the Stephanie. Yo, you are on it. Yes. So if you would like to do that, well, just also go to my website, or you can email me at travel@whitneysescapes.com. You can send me an email, tell me you're interested. You can DM me on IG or Facebook at Whitney's Escapes. I do reply to my DMs for business purposes. Don't DM me nothing crazy, because I will block you behind. But if it's business or just hi, definitely. Yes, we have photo booth. Yes, I do have a photo booth. Thank you. Not me, but I do have a company who will be doing a photo booth for us. I can't think of her name right now. God, please forgive me. But I will have her advertise as well. Everybody who's doing something will be on a re-ramp. What am I saying this right? Reprieve. Yes, we'll have everybody up there. I want to say thank you to all the ladies and gentlemen who actually sponsored or donated something for this. I want to say thank you right now, who are being a part of. Your food is included in this event, so you don't have to worry about that. Food will be included. And like I said earlier, there are breaks, so you're not totally consumed. You still can relax, enjoy yourself, build relationship, but you won't feel overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
This is just a great time, for women, and register at Whitney'sEscapes.com. Women, and bring a friend, bring a sister, bring a daughter, depending on your age range, long she's of age, because there will be, alcohol there. So she has to be 21. But it's going to be a fantabulous time. And it'll be a whole bunch of different women, because we're all different. We're all different. Even me and Quest, we're not the same. We here to do this stuff on here, but we're not the same people. We're individuals. And this is a time to reflect on that, appreciate that, and grow. Because if we were the same people, we would never be constantly growing. You want to see someone different who can inspire you, who can motivate you, who can lead and direct you. That's what we're here for. We're supposed to be here to help one another and lead each other down the right path, and encourage each other to keep on doing it. Because a lot of times when we start businesses, ladies, or if you just work, you want to move up the corporate ladder, whatever you decide to do, it's never easy. It is never easy. You're always going to have barriers. But the key thing is keep on going. Keep on going. If this is your passion, this is your heart desires, no matter what it looks like, if you have the vision that God has given you, follow that vision. It's true.
No, it really is.
And that's in any aspect of your life. Nothing is perfect. Like I read something the other day that was profound to me. They said, dying is easy. Living is hard. And that was so profound, because if you think about it, you're gone now. But living day to day is a challenge, because you have to deal with yourself. But the reason it's a challenge is because of people. Don't let people taint your spirit. Know that, because life is a beautiful thing. That's why they call it the present, like the Kung Fu Panda said. It's a gift.
Shout out to the noodles.
That's my favorite. I love watching that with my children. But it's a true thing. That's what they call it the present, because it's the gift. Every day we're here, every day that we could be with one another, every day we can encourage each other is a gift. But doesn't mean that it's not hard sometimes. You know, even doing this podcast wasn't easy for me. It took a long time, and a lot of people, especially my co-hosts, who kept on saying, "You need to get on this," and "You need to do it." I'm like, "No, I don't want to do it. It's not my lane. I like to stay in the back. I like to just do me." We could, talk on the phone, whatever. But it was not easy, and sometimes it could be, not what's the word I want to use? Sometimes I need encouragement to do this, to make sure that I'm on key, what I need to talk about. I want to be entertaining, I don't want to be so long-winded, which sometimes I can be. Definitely during COVID, because I want to make sure I get so much stuff out during this short time frame. I want to give you as much knowledge that I can, but I also want to encourage you, and I also want to have fun with you, and just give you, tips of who I am. But it's not always the easiest thing to do. Letting people in your personal space and your personal life. Even when it comes down to my business is me, and it's personal because I take it very seriously. It's like it's literally my baby, my child that I'm nurturing and building. So it could be very challenging and hard, but I do it no matter what. Even doing these retreats and putting on these trips, you pour everything into it, believing that it's going to come out how you want it to come out. Doesn't mean that's always going to happen. Doesn't mean you're always going to have to turn out, but it won't stop me. It doesn't stop my drive. What this has taught me that be true to me. No matter what goes on, no matter what it looks like, know my vision, be true to who I am. And I'm going to encourage everybody who watches this. No matter what it looks like outside, no matter what it looks like in your house.
That's pretty great to me.
Be true to whatever it is you want to
do.
Yeah. And if I can help and encourage you anyway, that's what I'm here for. Positivity. I don't want to put nothing negative out there. I just want to keep positive, have fun, live my life like it's golden, because it is. Thank you, Just God, because she had a very profound message on her social media because she hit 20 years. It was very, very, if you guys want to see something encouraging, go YouTube it or Google it, her speech about how she came up,
Absolutely.
To just keep on going, because you never know. And most people who are very successful, it didn't happen overnight. Years.
I had this thing, it's probably somewhere saved, and it was like a lot of the billionaires and successful people, influencers, and the majority of them didn't see even an ounce of success into their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s.
That is so true. People don't realize that. People do not realize the fight and struggle to, even when you look at Steve Jobs from Apple, when you watch his show and stuff like that, the movie.
Yes, love the movie.
Yeah, when you look at everybody, that just came to my head because I was looking at my Apple product, so it popped in my head. I know you don't like Apple, Miss Android, but
I like apples. I eat Honeycrisp. I make homemade applesauce, which is quite delicious.
Apple product, Apple Air, whatever product. But that's still an encouraging story. If you read the Steve Harvey book, Tyler Perry, people that you know of, nobody popped overnight. They were all older when it finally happened. Yes, do some people make it younger? Yes, but most people, it's a journey. It doesn't happen, overnight.
Absolutely.
But I hope we kept you guys encouraged. I hope we were entertaining, informative yet entertaining.
Hey, you using my word.
But yes.
I can't wait. I'm excited for the events. When they coming through, I'll be like, hey, ladies. In other words,
I know. I'll give you something in your ear and tell you the lyrics. But yes, ladies, and gentlemen, tell your ladies, Please have them register at Whitney'sEscapes.com for Whitney's Retreat 2020, November 6th to the 8th. My girls trip is already, closed, but you can come to my one next year. Let me give you a rundown. Next year, we're going to New Orleans, which should be really fun. It will be in September. All my girls trip are in September. And the year after that, we're going to Morocco. Woo! Every year, if you don't notice, I do something different. Last year was a cruise. This year, I always change it up every year to keep it spicy, to keep it fun. And both of those trips will be on my website real soon, so you guys can put your deposit, make payments. I try to do stuff way in advance so everybody has an opportunity to come, because I know finance is always a key of why people don't travel. So even like if you can't go to New Orleans, but you want to go to Morocco, you can start paying now. You have a whole 2 years to pay for that trip. Well, that's our show for this evening. I need to go eat my dinner and put my kids preparing for the night, because tomorrow mommy will be teaching again pro bono, just because I love them and we're distance learning.
Amazing. I'm so excited.
It's a lot.
No,
to
all the parents out there that is taking on this thing, but we've been trying to tell people from jump, not just you, that teachers are there to help guide, but you still have to properly teach them, because no disrespect, everything in the textbooks is not really reality, and learning does not stop just because they left the school. So, but I know it's a lot going on, a lot of people are dealing with. So shout out to you guys, and for all the ones who are still being really hit hard with this. Prayers to you guys, and we encourage you guys to, and sending positive vibes that things do get better, because
yes, please send me positive vibes. I need it. It like you said, it doesn't stop. I need it. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't stop because we're home, or when school is out. You have to see where your kids are. You know what I'm saying? Help them reading, writing.
Arithmetic.
But even just communicating, eye contact. Young kids, I realize, don't do that. Like, I'm right here. Look at me. They want to be like, my kid old enough to have devices. I don't give the devices. Like, no, you need to be able to hold a regular conversation. You need to be able to do punctuation, periods. Everything ain't WIT and this and that. You need to know this, because the young people have to get it.
Question: what is WYT?
I just made that up. I did too.
Whitney's yearly retreat. No, Whitney's yearly training, prepping you for the Whitney Escapes retreat. But we get it. We totally get it. Trust me, I bet you it's an acronym for something. We looked it up, but it's not even about that right now. But yeah,
she's always trying to, play me because I'm not so social media and hip to what's going on now.
If you don't know, you don't know. And if
what is that?
And
when she sends me those acronyms and stuff, I'm like, what are you trying to tell me? She's like, what? I told all my friends, do not send me text message words, because most of the time I don't know what you're talking about. It's bad. I know. Please don't judge. But some of us don't know. I try to be.
It changes all the time. Don't try to keep up with that mess.
Huh?
It changes all the time. People making up their own. Like, one of them, I was like, what is that? Oh, I'm like, well, it may be new, but it don't look right. It don't look right. I'm not using it. You know what I'm saying? It's horrible. I'm like, what is that?
I always say that. People put comments, I'd be like, what are you trying to tell me? When my friend's like, you gotta stop. I'm like, stop what? I don't know what you're saying. Put in a complete sentence.
You tell them they gotta stop. Stop it. And that's not it's just stop it. Yeah, this is a great show though.
It has been. And I want to say thank you to everybody who's, has been tuning in, rocking with us last week, this week. I see some of the same people coming on here. That means we're doing our job. So thank you. And please tell a friend. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. It is Whitney's Escapes LLC. Just put in your search engine and then just hit that thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I'm really trying to get to 100 followers, which I don't understand why I'm not there yet, because I have over 100 friends, and they're like, yeah, I follow you. No, you don't.
They lie.
I'm actually, I'm gonna go on it and look at who ain't following me, who somebody followed me.
They lie so
Liars.
well.
I follow you, girl. No, you don't.
Mm-hmm. They lie, girl. They lie. They be lying. They be lying. They lie so well. And the crazy part is, I tell people, even when it comes to YouTube, you can just easily just not unsubscribe, but turn off notifications if you think maybe a little too much. But they still won't even do that. It's sickening.
Shame on you people, and shame for lying. One quick second before I get off of here. Thank you, T-Quest. Let's stop the lying, people. Let's just put it out there. If you like, even for anything that I'm doing, if you don't like my show, that's fine. If you don't want to support me, that's fine. If you don't want to come, that's fine. Just don't lie to me about it. I'm not a liar. I don't like people who lie. Like, oh, and be honest. Like, that's what anything you do with people in general. If, say, you were planning on doing something, yes, and then circumstances changed or anything, life happens to everybody. And if people can't realize life happens, shame on them. But you'll be an honorable person and tell the truth. Don't say, oh, I'm going to come here, hold my spot, and then I hold your spot and then you don't show up. Or don't call somebody and say, I need your services, and then they're providing your service and something changes and you don't contact them. Like, okay, unfortunately, I was planning on doing X, Y, and Z, but I'm not able to do this and this and that. When I deal with people, money and everything like that, I'll be like, listen, this is what my budget is. This is what I can do. I could do blah, blah, blah. Oh, do you want to do this too? I said, this is what I said I can do. Mm-hmm. Because I don't want to set any type of expectation or any lines, because then if I don't meet those, now I feel pressure, now I feel bad. So I let people know from the jump. And when I have people who do products for me and stuff, I'm like, yo, what is my total? Let me know now so I can mentally know what you're expecting and make sure I feel comfortable paying for that. It's just called being an adult and grown up and being responsible, because that's something I'm teaching my son every day. Stop lying or not saying the truth. Or you don't know, but
rumors around. Sorry. I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's great. And I keep telling people, like, sometimes you be talking about the same stuff. Like, you know why you talk about the same stuff? Because adults act like children. And you got to keep reminding them and reminding them and reminding them and reminding them. And a lot of them, just like in the movie Life, which I watched last night, was so amazing, just can't get right. Okay? And you got to remind them of simple things, but you can keep reminding them. A lot of people still ain't going to do it. They still going to lie. They still going to cheat. They still going to say, like, yeah, I did it. Knowing that you get notifications, you didn't get it. I don't know what's going on with you. You know, technology. Like, you know you didn't do that. Like, stop.
Stop doing it. Because you know what? Like what I tell my son, and I teach my daughter the same thing. I'm like, do you like the characters in the books that lie, cheat, steal? What do they consider? Oh, those are the bad guys. So I'm like, so if you're doing that, what does that make you?
What? I'm a bad guy?
Yes, you are. If you're lying, if you're cheating, or if you're stealing, or you do anything that's not kind, be open and honest. And I tell them most of the time too, you get in more trouble when you lie to me. 9 out of 10, when I ask you a question, I already know the answer. Mm-hmm. I just want to see what your character is like. Mm-hmm. Don't lie. And then my son be like, oh, well, Jay didn't get in trouble. I said, because Jay told the truth. I gave her a warning that next time she'll get her butt popped or something getting taken away, because she's so dramatic. You just tell her that, she'll be like, ain't nothing. You tell her one thing, my daughter falls out. Like, you don't have to do anything to her. You can just be like, I'm going to pop your butt. She don't even know what that feels like or what it is. She just doesn't like the idea, and she'll fall out. Like, you just, oh yeah. And my son, I just take his devices, and that drives him crazy. I tell people, you don't have to beat your kids. You don't have to do anything. You just got to figure out what triggers them. And my son loves the computer. He loves his Nintendo Switch and his Xbox. I just start taking everything away. And I bet you he'll be like, Mommy, when can I? Nope. Like, he lost his stuff this week for lying to me last week. I said, maybe you earn it by the weekend. Some things I tell people, parents, you have to figure out your kid. And I will say, and I tell them, don't do what I do. I lie. Do I lie to you? No. So why do you lie to me? Where do you get this from? Because if you don't see me doing it or your father doing it,
praise you.
Exactly. That's my, I was fair lie from, what's the name? TK?
Kirkland, yeah.
Kirkland, yes. He's a good comedian. Go YouTube him. But who raised you? And you're my kid, so I was really confused. People, stop lying.
Mm-hmm.
We love you out there. You see my heart? Well, that's a pretty good heart.
Love.
Honesty.
Love. Love.
So many.
Right, I think it's time to wrap the show up now because it's not karaoke session. So this has been a great pleasure. Should I start now with my social media, or how are you going to do this? Okay, because I don't know where you're going with that.
I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm already home. That's how you know I'm tired. Yes, I should do karaoke tonight to give me some energy, but maybe I'll do that tomorrow night. Get ready for my girls trip because we're going karaoke. But yes, plus you do your spill and then I do that and we'll wrap it up and get up out of here.
Let me take my glasses off for this part. You guys already know what it is, okay? It's your girl TQuest. You can follow me on all social media platforms at TQuest GLM, and you can download that TQuest mobile app in your Google Play Store and your App Store. I'm holding at 5 stars strong, so let's keep that going. And remember, for entrepreneurs, we love reviews. Please give me some reviews because I feel like I haven't had some in a long time. So I would definitely love that. And it would really put a smile on my face. When you want to put a smile on my face? And if you are an entrepreneur or someone that's really want to just elevate and increase in life or in your business, make sure you contact me because I do a lot of things, image consulting, therapy sessions, mental checks for people. Like, I am here for you guys. Please don't hesitate to contact me. And if I just accidentally on purpose send you a cash app request for my time, then you already know what it is, okay? And for all you ladies out there, I can't wait to see you November 6th to the 8th at the Trump Mirror Show in 2020, the Whitney's Escapes LLC Women's Retreat hosted by yours truly. Networking event. We're going to have the DJ. We're going to have the food, the dancing, the vendors, the power panels, the raffles. It's going to be such an incredible event. And for you men out there, won't you sponsor your lady or sponsor your sister or your mother? Just give that gift to them so we can continue giving them gifts so we can all grow and elevate and increase together. It's all about coming together. But it's not about me right now. It's about you. So, yeah, you guys know, don't be afraid to contact me because I'm always here for you. Thank you.
Great job, TQuest. Thank you. Such a professional. Love it. So yes, guys, please follow me on all your social media platforms at Whitney's Escapes. Check out my website, www.whitneysescapes.com. You can email me at travel@whitneysescapes.com. And you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Whitney's Escapes LLC. Yeah, just to piggyback what Miss TQuest says. Ladies, I will be honored for you to attend Whitney's Escapes Presents Whitney's Women's Retreat. Please come and join me and my co-host TQuest and have a wonderful time. Dinner, dancing, the power panel at a beautiful hotel. You can Google it. It's a beautiful property. And like she said, guys, sponsor a lovely lady. Say, this is for you to rejuvenate because you're special to me and I know you'll get something out of this. We want to say thank you to all our people who listen, who follow us, our supporters. We appreciate everything we do. We'll be back here same time next week. So we'll see you then. Have a great rest of your week. Enjoy the weekend. And we want to send hearts, loves, kisses, whatever you need, a hug. Just want to encourage you guys. And thank you for following us and watching our show. Till then, bye.
Long farewell.
Oh my God.